I'm Lindsay Littman. Here are your headlines from Central Texas. Scammers across the United States are using the faces of famous country music stars to target fans online. A Troy man is sharing his story and calling for change. Juliana Jackson shows us how these scams work and its impact on people.
My family didn't know that I was kept a secret for a while, that I've been scammed off and on since 2020, like Cody Johnson.
36-year-old Anthony McIlvaney, who has an intellectual and developmental disability, says people pretending to be celebrities like Cody Johnson and Chris Young reached out to him on social media.
When I started talking to them, they would ask my age, they would ask for my social security information, my disability.
Before his family discovered what was happening, McIlvaney lost his money. We're trying to call the number has been messaging him and calling him on the WhatsApp. And as you can see right here, you can see the photo of Cody Johnson.
And I know for a fact it wasn't him.
Cody Johnson's official team has issued a scam alert, warning fans the real country star will never ask for money or personal information through private messages. McIlvaney's family now helps monitor his messages and block suspicious accounts.
Family has helped me now that if something doesn't seem right, my mom just goes and blocks it.
But McIlvaney says more needs to be done.
To pass a law for people with IDD and autism, for adults over the age of 30 to have protection with Facebook and Instagram.
He shares advice for other adults who find themselves in the same position he was in.
To make sure that who they're talking to make sure they're not asking too much information. Just instantly do me a favor, block the information as possible.
Great advice for everybody. That was Juliana Jackson reporting. From Waco to Hollywood, two local filmmakers' short film is generating Oscar buzz. The short film made the Academy Awards shortlist. Sydney Walker has more from the film's director and editor about representing Waco on a global stage.
From the silos to the stars.
Just the specter of being able to represent Baylor, Waco, Texas at the Oscars is very, very meaningful.
Sam Henderson directed, co-wrote, and co-produced the short film Adieu. He also teaches at Baylor.
Our department was generous enough to help us from a financial standpoint.
Along with a friend and fellow Baylor professor.
It's ended up being one of the most rewarding processes I've been a part of. We became better friends.
Maverick Moore is a close friend of Henderson. He edited Adieu.
Maverick trackpad his way through this possibly Oscar-nominated short film.
The two are Texas filmmakers through and through.
We intended to make the film in Texas, but because of our lead actress, Jennifer Lewis, we ended up making the film in Los Angeles.
Lewis plays a middle school drama teacher, putting on a production of Shakespeare's Much Ado About Nothing.
She loved what it was about. She saw herself in it. She even more so saw herself being a part of what she views as the advocacy of the film.
Henderson was inspired by a conversation he had with his mother, a longtime teacher, about school shootings.
She felt like if she ever came face to face with the school shooter, the best chance she'd ever have would be if the shooter knew her or remembered her.
Highlighting a new reality that the Oscar voters recognized.
Just speechless.
Yeah. I mean, I'm getting kind of emotional just thinking about it.
15 live-action short films out of 207 that qualified made the cut before the final nominations.
I was in an IHOP when the shortlist came out, and I made a audible yelp looking at my phone.
A dream come true for all involved.
We would not just be bringing ourselves, we would be bringing Texas with us. We would be bringing Baylor with us.
Oscar nominations will be announced on the morning of January 22nd. And of course, we'll be watching to see if Adieu makes the final cut. Those are your headlines from Central Texas.